You just released an EP, baby.
I did.
And it's called Antagonist.
The Antagonist.
Okay, so let's keep it going with the red flags, Raquel. Give me another red flag that you
I
have.
just passed gas and it smells like lettuce.
Just a little something that I think I deserve.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jay, and I know you see somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful.
And I am Rocky. And sometimes you just have to live life, breathe air, because somehow we're going to get there. And feel so wonderful.
And it's all so real, and we're telling you just how we feel on this week's episode of My Inner Thoughts Uncensored. I'm Carly.
And I am definitely Sam.
How you doing, Rock?
I am good. Today I woke up, I took a walk for like an hour around the neighborhood. Shaking hands, kissing babies, just and and came back, I showered, I talked on the phone for a bit, vented, and then now I'm here, so it's great. I got my music going, I got my little, communion, and here we are.
Communion on the second Sunday, baby. On the second Sunday?
Yeah. How's your day been, though?
My day has been good. It's a lovely 66 degrees here in Michigan, which I'm baffled by. We just had snow.
I'm not surprised, because Midwest.
Baby, I swear, Midwest weather is more bipolar than a fucking Gemini. Like, it's nasty. Speaking of which, the moon is in Aries.
Oh, it is.
So if you're feeling just like a little bit more aggressive out there, just a little bit more blunt, that's why, baby. It's on you.
Good to know.
My day was fine though. It was it was cool. I really didn't do much. I laid in bed, I had a swollen eye because allergy season means that this is the season that I get my ass beat. And
I was about to say, who did it?
I have 86 cents in the ring to my name.
I'm sorry for laughing. It's not funny.
Anywho, allergy season really does me really bold. So some days I sleep with my face pressed into the pillow, and that's not for any intentional reason. So don't be nasty, don't be negative. But my face was pressed into a pillow, and I woke up and my left eye was swollen. I said, "Excuse me." So I was like, "Oh no, ma'am." I said, "I'm gonna pop some Benadryl." Then I lay down. I went back to sleep, and I said, "It's not fucking happening." I'm fine
Pop the Benny, I'm sweating. Oh.
So cheers to swollen eyes, bruised elbows, and padded kneecaps. By the way, Rocky
cheers to
is
being
drinking,
geriatric.
The body and the blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking Jose Cuervo, which is the ears and nose of
The ears and nose, the elbows and the knees.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes of Christ.
Knees and toes.
And knees and Oh my God. Okay, so before we move on, we're gonna do a thing where we answer random questions from the mind of the straights from the heterosexuals. It's very rare that we have a lot of them who are allies within the alphabet mafia.
Mm-hmm. I'm one of them.
Shut the fuck up. So this was the question. Hailing all the way from Producer Studios, to any and all members of the LGBTQIA Batman #pound symbol, how does one seek How does one seek religious guidance knowing they could run into intolerance from within their own religious group?
Hmm. Well, I mean, for me personally, I think one of the most important things is if you are a person that likes to continue to have a relationship with our Lord and Savior Jesus Cristo and and God, you what's important is to know that your relationship with the higher power is yours, not anybody else's. So whatever that looks like, that's yours. It shouldn't be based on like I'm not doing this right, I'm not going to the right places. So for me, I'm very like my relationship with God is mine. I did grow up Christian, very Christian
Same.
upbringing, but as I got older, I realized like, I'm my own church. Like I have my own relationship with the higher power. Yes, there are churches now that have become more like progressive and like, more accepting of all people and they realize like, everybody needs the word. So,
Yeah.
um, there are places out there. You just kind of have to like do your own research, but also don't feel pressured to be like, I need to be around or like in a religious setting to get me some, some help because you can do that at home. You can do that wherever. So that's my take.
No, I agree with you. I know for me personally, growing up with a religious background, I was like, oh, it's gonna be odd, like growing up and telling people that I still do identify as Christian, because you do have like members of the you do have other members of our community who they step away from church. I know for a fact I
Yeah.
stepped away from church. I think I was like
Same.
maybe 12 or 13. And I stepped away. Well, there were reasons as to why I stepped away from church. I'm not going to like super like deep dive like into that. But,
Hmm.
for me personally, I had to realize that anything that becomes institutionalized can become a problem. And I always say one of my biggest issues with religion is that it's
Hmm.
become an institution. And for me personally, religion was about, my walk with God per se was about stepping away from religion and finding a much more personal, in-depth walk with Him. Because there's so many members of the church who
Yeah.
are hypocritical. They live a life of sin. They will talk one way but completely act another. I know for me personally, I don't have to be holier than thou to prove to you that I,
Yeah.
have an upright walk with the Lord that I serve. And it was always odd because I felt like, damn, I'm in a church being looked at funny. I know they know. You can tell when they just know. It's like, ugh,
Yeah.
he's the what is he? Is he the choir director? Oh,
Like,
he
this one got a little
no,
sweetness to it.
this one has a little sweetness to it. No, but I mean, like, I know like it's for me, I was good. Like I'm good now. Like the walk I have with God, like it's
Hmm.
great. And I never felt the need to justify myself because for one, I don't believe you can judge me. People always sit back and they try to harp on
Yeah.
homosexuality when no one sin is greater than the other. We are all filthy rags in his eyes. So if you're gonna penalize
Hmm.
me for being gay, penalize
Filthy.
yourself for cursing. Penalize yourself for having tattoos. Penalize yourself for going to work on Sundays. Penalize yourself for eating bacon. The like sex before marriage, living with people. Living with your significant others before you get with them. It before you throw stones, make sure you're not living in a glass house.
Penalize yourself for cheating. Penalize yourself for putting ketchup on your fucking eggs. Penalize yourself for going to restaurants and being rude to the server when they haven't done anything to you.
Okay,
Penalize
hey, wait a
yourself.
minute, wait a minute.
Oh,
I put ketchup on my eggs. What?
no. Oh my gosh.
This is
Not
the
you
thing.
too.
I'll do like I'll mix in the potatoes with the eggs, and then I'll put like sour cream, ketchup, hot sauce, and cheese.
Okay, that's understandable. That's a whole new breakfast. But if you just make you like, two dead baby birds and you throw them on a plate with some tomato smoothie, that just doesn't make sense. Like that's so weird. That's very like you have to be a fan of NBA YoungBoy.
And turn on the NBA YoungBoy, fry them chickens up, and cook that tomato smoothie. Because, baby, what are you talking
I
about? You know
cannot.
what? Continue your thought, but I do agree with you. Going to a restaurant and being rude to staff, that's nasty. That's what you really need to be penalized for. We need to be nicer to our customer service workers. Working in customer service, I
Yeah,
understand. I get it. Like, I worked at
and
Buffalo
it's no
Wild Wings and I worked
shade,
at Olive.
but my mama was one of them people.
Every older black, because my mom can
I'm
be the
sorry,
same
mom,
way.
but she was
My
one of
mom
them
is
people.
too.
Like, let them breathe. She like, you didn't give us the water yet. We just sat in.
We literally just
We
walked through
just
the,
sat
like, Mom, we
down.
just stepped through the door. We just stepped through the door.
They haven't sat us yet. It's literally been 1 minute.
It's been 3 seconds. You haven't even
Like,
breathed in the air at Chili's yet, and you're antagonizing.
she didn't even ask me if I wanted a drink. She not the server.
Girl, first of all, that's the mascot. That's the little. We're at Chuck E. Cheese. That was Chucky. What do you
Not Chuck
mean?
E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese is crazy, but they
That
pizza
pizza
slap.
slaps. Oh my god! You know what?
When it's fresh and hot too.
Uh, it's okay because you like things hot and ready, just like you are, don't you? Nasty bitch! Oh my god! So
Call 1-800.
speaking of things, speaking of things that are hot and ready, hot off the press, you just released an EP, baby. Oh my god! And it's
I
called
did.
Antagonist.
Yes.
Now,
The antagonist.
the antagonist. Are you the antagonist, or are the people you're speaking to the antagonist?
It's me. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Oh, so this is your way of saying you're gonna make me out to be the problem anyway, so I might as well just go ahead and be that for you.
Very that.
Okay,
Yep.
I like that. I
Mm-hmm.
live for that. I like that. I like that. So you released. It's got what, 7 songs on it?
Six now. It
Six
was supposed to be
now.
seven, but it's six because of copyright stuff.
Because look, oh, I've met her, drag queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a nasty whore.
So let's start real quick. Let's just like talk about the songs like real quick, and then like we're just gonna like do a quick stand on each song, and then we're gonna just like we're gonna hit give me a beat, and we're gonna keep moving.
Okay.
So, Letter to the Masses. Talk to me.
hmm
Tell me about her.
So Letter to the Masses was basically like this is like a PSA, like, addressing the nation of like, this is who I am as an artist, this is what I've been going through, and this is what I'm not gonna deal with.
Mm.
And yeah, it was just like this is me. Because previously I released like one or two singles, and since then I've been like concrete, like working on like a project. And so I heard that beat and I was like, yeah, this is the one. Like, this is let me get my shit off. Like, let me, it was very like, this is the disclaimer before you proceed with the rest of these songs. So, um, and a lot of times I write, I'm in a emotional place, whether it's like anger, happy, hurt, like all of that. And I think in the letter to the masses, it was probably anger. And so, um, it was like a
Oh,
mixture of
your
anger and
frustration.
hurt. Yeah, pretty much that. Exactly. So that was letter to the masses, just like, first of all,
Uh,
that's very what it was.
Before I clock your T.
Yeah, like,
Now,
since
make
we
it make
doing
sense.
this,
Can I tell
hmm
you, when I listened to Make It Make Sense, I was like, oh, okay. Like, bitch, it was the bars for me.
Thank you.
I was like, and I did I is this the one I texted you about? I texted you about this one. I think I texted you about maybe no. I think I only texted you about Make It Make Sense, but I do have a favorite song on the EP. We're gonna talk about that when we get to it. But tell me about Make It Make
Okay.
Sense.
Make It Make Sense was basically like I was just in a place where everything around me was kind of crumbling,
Mm.
and it wasn't the first time it had happened, and so it was just like I got to get this out, like, and so I would start writing that, and it was kind of like just a reflection of where I was at, like not having stable housing, not having stable income, like
Mm.
just like all of the trials and tribulations that we go through in these early stages of like adulting, of
Ugh.
just like figuring out our place in the world and not knowing where our next meal gonna come from, not knowing if I'm gonna be sleeping in the same place come the next night. So, um, make it make sense. And I think it also tied back to my upbringing because I grew up like impoverished. So,
Mm.
um, those like connections of like having that trauma from childhood, but also like living through it as an adult, like what your mom lived through when you were a child. And it's just like, I had to address it. So it's like, and then the chorus is like, he's singing, I tried to tell you how I feel inside when it's like, sometimes you're like crying out for help or like you're trying to get people to see what's going on with you, but they can't really understand it. They can't really connect to it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, that's why towards the end, I'm like, I tried and tried. I'm fucking tired. Cause it's like, what else do I have left to give at this point?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I understand. I mean, I don't think we ever take into account how much of a product of our environment that we are as people.
hmm
I know we
hmm
all carry around our own baggage. Some people have carry-ons, and that's all fine and dandy, but I don't think we ever truly sit back and because nobody ever wants to admit that you are always going to represent that child that you like anything you go
Yeah.
into as an adult, any situation, sometimes majority of the time you speak from the perspective of that hurt child or just that young child in general. And I always say
Yeah.
it's very hard when you get older to preserve that sense of naivete because when we get older we come to find out everything is not so black and white. There are gray areas. So I get it. Make it make sense, baby. Now,
Yeah.
talk to me about Baldwin, Alec,
Baldwin.
Tony.
So Baldwin, I love Baldwin because the clips of James Baldwin talking, um, and I specifically used a certain clip, but those came like after the verses were already written because it was just like open space, and I was like, I don't know what to fill this with. But then I'm a very detail oriented person, and so as I'm
You're
looking
Capricorn.
like back at yeah,
A December
as I'm
Capricorn at
looking
that.
yeah, and so um looking back at my verses and stuff like I'm like, what am I talking about? And so like Bone was a lot of like me getting my shit off, very like like I really rap, and um it was also touching on, especially in the second verse, of like me being a rapper that identifies as queer.
Mm.
Um, or I'll just say not straight because I'm me. So,
Well, I think isn't
um,
that what queer means? Doesn't queer just mean
yeah,
that you
pretty
identify
much.
somewhere on the Roy G. Biv?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you- but yeah, just touching on that too. But then I listened to it and I was like, James Bowen has an interview where he talks about stuff like this, and that's when I got the clips to put in the middle, um, where he was being interviewed on like just homosexuality
Mm.
and like the church and stuff like that. And he was just like touching on like, you can't police who other people love or who you love yourself because you would be lying. And so, um, and then it's just like the beat itself. I'm a huge alternative music person. Like I love
Oh, I thought you were
experimental
just gonna
type
say
of
I'm
music.
huge. I was gonna say what?
My back. So
Continue.
no, but I love alternative music. I love
Yeah.
experimental songs and like hip hop beats, and so that's why I love a lot of like Future, like Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt, people like that. And so I wanted to kind of do a homage to that, like all in one. And so that's how Baldwin came about. I was like, ooh, I need something that's gonna show them like not everything's right up there.
This fucking ear tuck sends me
So I
every
did
time.
that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a
That's
break,
my
and when
like
we come back,
the bob that comes right here.
you don't even have any. Shut. There's no. Shut. Well, you have hair. Me telling somebody they don't have hair is fucking crazy. Oh my god. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we'll finish discussing the rest of the antagonist right here on My Inner Thoughts Uncensored. And we're back. That was terrible singing, but you know what? I'm not a singer, BB. That's Rocky. That's what he does. So we're gonna get back to the antagonist, back to the EP. Now, my personal favorite song from the EP was Burning Meadows. It's no Burning Meadow
What?
interlude. It's so fucking good. It gave
Thank
me like Frank Ocean
you.
vibes, and I was like, so like I had to, cause okay, I have a playlist that's like my main
Hmm.
playlist of songs that I listen to like all day, every day. And I was like, this has to go in it. Like it was like really fucking good. I was like,
Yay.
baby, this is good. This is my. I was like, this T, this the one. So tell me, please talk to me about Burning
Thank
Meadows. Like you got
you.
to talk to me about her.
Yeah, so Burning Metal came about randomly. Like I heard this, I knew I wanted some type of blues influence
Mm-hmm.
because we love to be multi-dimensional. We don't want to
Right.
be one note. So, with that, I love so many different genres of music, but I was like, it'd be cool to incorporate blues with like, within a rap project. And so, um, I heard that beat, like, and I was like, okay, this gives very like I'm in a jazz club, like
Mm.
I just got into an argument with my significant other, and we go down to the Drunken Clam and slam some back, and
The
so,
drunken clam is okay, Peter Griffin.
and so
Okay.
very that, and so, I don't know. Sometimes the lyrics just come to you, like, well, for me at least, like sometimes I'm in a flow. Sometimes I have writer's block, of course, but
No, I understand. I
the
write
words was
poetry.
just
I get
coming to
it.
me
Oh, you know
exactly.
that.
So yeah, and so. The lyrics are just flowing out. Like, I don't know why, but it was just like that, those first words I said kept sticking with me every time I replay it. Cause when I'm writing, I replay a song like back to back before I put words to it.
Mm.
Cause you have to listen to what the song is telling me. And so I was like, okay, so I guess we're getting deep. So, um, I just
And
like,
get ready and talk
I
about your deadline in
love,
5 minutes. Go.
right. Like, I was like, all right, so I guess we're doing that. And so, it was just cool to see it like all come together. Like, you ever surprise yourself, like especially you doing poetry, like you'll write some shit, you like, wow, I can't believe this came from my brain.
Yes.
And
Every time.
like it was just so like crazy how much like how well it flowed out of my brain of like, I set fire to this burning meadow for myself. And that was kind of like a metaphor for like everything that was pretty and like what seemed to be so nice is like, I destroyed it because that actually wasn't.
Oh,
And,
wow.
since I'm the bad guy, I'm gonna destroy everything that's supposed to be, all nice and pretty. And so, um, it was just about having that disconnect with somebody that you were supposed to be in love with.
Mm.
Or not supposed to, but like were. Um, and it's like everything that happens after you kind of like separate and stuff like that. And so, um, and it wasn't about a particular partner because I know some of them are gonna watch this, but
Oh, they gonna feel like it was some shots fired towards them.
yeah, and it's like I wasn't thinking about a specific person. I literally listen to stuff. Sometimes stuff is about a specific person, but in this instance, I definitely listen to the instrumentals. Like this is the story it gives me, and of course I relate to it,
Hmm.
but I wasn't thinking about a certain person. So that's how Burning Meadow came about. And then shout out to Richard, my good friend, who is in his own band called Soulway. Such an
Mm.
amazing band. He's an amazing guitarist, and I just knew I needed that. Like I needed the guitar to sing for that second part, and so I just love to, you know, provoke emotion, and so it was just fun to like be like, I need you on this. I need you to make people like vibe, but also like, do I want to cry? It's so it was cool.
No, I feel it. It was great. Like honestly, I sat down, I listened to that song, and I was like, this right here. This one was the one where like you listen to certain songs off of an album or like off of an EP, and you're like, okay, this is like this is the one. It's like anytime like I listen to
Hmm.
Over It and I listen to Nobody Else, I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
like you just like you get it. This was your
Hmm.
Nobody Else for me, and I love people who
Mm.
do. I call it like it's like I call it alternative rap or like contemporary rap. Like you have artists
Yeah.
like Bryson Tiller who
Hmm.
like they take rap but they will also do like alternative beats and they'll either sing
Hmm.
over it or they just know how to flow on because that's basically all like rapping is. It's like hardcore poetry. So when you
Yeah.
take these hardcore beats and then you put like a super soft vibe to them and you give people something that they can just like vibe out to, it's like fuck. But like that was the one for me. Now,
I'm so glad you liked it.
it was
I
my
was so
favorite.
scared singing, but
You
it was
sounded
just interesting to put.
beautiful.
That was the most vulnerable ever. So I was like, ooh, that's literally like up until the last minute, the song that I was like, I need to do something else because it was like I'm singing, and I know a lot of my friends are in music too, and so it's like I don't want them to hear this to be like, but it was just like at the end of the day, like it's art. You
It
put
is
art out
beautiful.
how you want to put it out, and however people interpret it is on them.
Well, art is subjective. I mean, I'm sure
So
there's people who would
yeah,
listen to this show and they'd be like, ugh.
exactly.
Which, uh, that was a sharp exact.
Hmm.
That was a sharp exactly, and then the straight face afterward. But no, I get what you mean. Like I understand because even with like the pieces I have like in my phone that are just like things that I've written, like I've sat down and I've been like, I don't know if this is ready. I don't know if this is done. I don't know if this is it. Like, what else can I put in this? What else can I add to this? What can I take
Hmm.
away? What can I move around? Like, I understand. Like, and it's so weird because when you put out, I always say releasing music is different because when you release music, you release it to such a like wide stream, like a wide audience of people, and because art is so subjective and
Hmm.
people are so opinionated, you have to deal with the opinion of other people on your art.
Hmm.
And sometimes it can make you stray away from your own creative way of
Yeah,
thinking because it makes you sit back and think, well, I need to make something that people, I need to make something that people will like or something that people will prefer. And it's like, no, I'm going to make what I love. I'm going to do what I love. I'm going to do what speaks to
yeah,
me. And I'm going to put that out because that's what makes me
exactly,
happy. So I love Burning Meadow. We're gonna move
exactly.
on to the next song, which was called "Fuck Friends." And I took this personal because what did I do to you? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Talk to me about "Fuck Friends," BB.
Not
Talk to
what I
me.
do.
Yeah, no, yeah, bitch. What was your beef? What's your
So,
problem with me? You can tell me. Yeah, I want to know. Give it to me straight.
no. So no, it was no beat far. So um, fuck friends. First of all, I can't wait to replace it because freaking audio irritated me. Because the way the track is made is so loud that we had to kind of like make sure you can hear me, but even
Mhm.
still, like, but it's out now. So, but fuck friends came from a place where you talk to somebody and it gets to that stage where like things may not be going so where you might not be that compatible,
Mm.
and so it goes to like, oh, let's just be friends.
Mm.
Fuck friends. No. And so it came from a place of like, no, I don't want to be friends.
I
Like,
don't want to do
no. So
that.
yeah, so I wanted a rager type of beat because I wanted to be like very like like rage was the emotion, and so I wanted a rager song. And initially, I really wanted the fuck friends like chorus part to be a crowd of people yelling it, but God willing, when I perform it somewhere, I can record a crowd yelling it, and so it'll be better because that's really what I envisioned. That's why I tried to like stack my own yelling, but it was cool. It's my least favorite.
Oh, every no, don't make that face. Every artist has that one or like Nicki Minaj doesn't like Starships. She doesn't like Pound the Alarm. She doesn't like Va Va
Hmm.
Boom. She doesn't like any of her pop hits,
Yeah.
which are like the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
But I also understand it because
Hmm.
that's not that to her. That's not her. I get it.
Hmm.
I understand. I still liked it, but I understand. Tell me
Yeah.
about It's 4 a.m.
So it's 4 a.m. I wanted some type of relief. And so, um, and I wanted sex. And so
Oh,
I put that in there.
okay.
So, so the beginning is two of my close friends from work. Shout out to Jay, shout out to Chavo. They, they also do music in their own right. Um, and so I won't say it was after work, I forgot, but we were smoking. And,
Gotcha.
it was like 4 in the morning. That's why I named it It's 4 a.m.
Oh,
And the bird you hear in the beginning was so loud. Like we were smoking and I was like, this bird is like loud. Like, why are you that loud at 4 in the morning? And so we literally were just like talking about stuff. And then I randomly recorded it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to use this. And then the beat actually is from a producer and visual artist named Mixter Mom,
mm.
and they're really good. Like, I can't wait to use more beats from their Bandcamp website. And yeah, I was just like, how would this sound? But I gave a little Texas flair, little like chopped and screwed vibes, and
Oh,
so
some T
it was
Pain
cool.
info.
Yes,
Okay, period.
yes,
It
little
very much gave booty call vibes.
yeah. It was
It
just
gave
like
4 a.m. sneaky
car
link.
sex. It was car sex. That's
Car
what it
sex
gave.
is very hard to do when because like you're like the same
Especially
height
when
as me, right?
we're tall.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
We've got to take a
it's annoying.
quick break to switch out the battery for La Camara. And then when we come back, we'll discuss the last song on the EP. And then we'll move into my very favorite segment, which is Wine and Complain. We'll be right back.
Her.
And we're black again. All right, so the last song on the EP is called Inconclusive. Tell me about her. Talk about
Yes.
she. Talk about the curtain call of the EP.
So, inconclusive. Um, Given the name, I wanted it to be very like, where are we ending off? because I wanted to channel that stage of like kind of severing ties with somebody,
Mm.
because it's like you're not fully cut off from them, but it's like, you know, we're not exclusive. And so um, I think I wanted to kind of convey that emotion of like, it's complicated. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with us right now, but something is.
Child,
Um,
been there, done that.
and yeah, but I also wanted to be a vibe. It's very like Drake vibes, like, you know, driving 3 a.m., just talking to somebody about what's going on. And yeah, I just wanted it to end on like a, you know, I don't know what's exactly happening in my dating life note, but and that's very good for the next portion we have coming up. But yeah, that's that's the main like thing I wanted, is like, you know, I don't know what's going on, like it's complicated type of thing.
Honestly, I loved it. I love the whole EP. Like I said, it's beautiful. We're going to put the link to it in our bio. When you get the chance, listeners, go ahead and listen to The Antagonist. It's on all streaming platforms. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. It's on SoundCloud. It's on Spinrilla. It's on Tidal. Um, it's
It's
on
on Pornhub, it's on Brazzers,
it's on
it's on
Pornhub, Brazzers, X videos, X, KittyTube. It's on all of it, baby. Uh,
hey,
it's at your local Walmart, your local CVS,
yes,
Walgreens, Rite Aid, wherever you
exactly.
go
It's
to
on your
get your
CVS receipt.
it's on your receipt wherever you go to get your pharmaceuticals. Yes, please go out and listen to my baby EP. He did a beautiful job. Stream the
Thank
whole EP,
you.
but stream Burning Metal Interlude. That's what I really need y'all to like really go like that. I'm telling you, like that. That's the one. She's like she's the HBIC. She's the bottom bitch of the EP. So we're gonna move into probably my favorite segment
Purr.
of the episode, which is Whine and Complain. And on this week's episode of Whine and Complain,
Jeez.
me and Rock gonna sit back and discuss why are we single? What's the reason that we honestly believe that two good looking, young, queer, chocolate, girthy hung kings are are single? And you know, maybe sitting down listening to
Ooh.
us talk about it, you might realize that we might. There's a reason why he named himself the antagonist. We might actually be the problem. It might be us. Now, it could be. It could. I mean, he's a Capricorn. You know, the Capricorns, they don't have any problems. They don't have any issues. You know, it's that God complex. I'm a Pisces. So, what is there to be said?
You ate that little one.
I
You ate You might be right.
gagged a little bit for sure. For sure.
Hmm.
So, you know what? If I wish I would have brought the whole thing of tequila, because like I said, I don't have any wine in here. This is
Honestly,
what'd you say? What'd you say it was?
I wish I would have brought the wine downstairs.
The next time we take a break, you can go grab it. Is that okay?
Will.
Will. But okay, so you know what? This is what we'll do. Every time we'll sit down and we'll discuss something, and then we'll sit down and give a reason on why we're single, and then we'll take a sip. So tell me what's okay, like and keep it a bean. Tell me why do you honestly think you're single? Like, what's your first reason? Like, what are your red flags? What's your red flag? Like, give me some red flags about you.
Ooh. My red flags are nonchalant.
Give me one. Give me one red flag, and we'll like go tit for tat. And then tell me why you think like you being nonchalant is a problem.
So sometimes I am not as expressive as my partner would like. And that becomes a problem because they're like, do you fuck with me? Do you not? Do you care about this? Do you not? And a lot of things I don't care about, and that's very sad. But
This is very
like,
Capricorn of you.
yeah,
That's very Capricorn of you.
like, yeah. I'm just like, I'm sorry that I don't have any emotion towards this.
Why be with somebody if you're not gonna have no emotion
What's
towards
yours?
them?
Like, I do, like, I can be genuinely in love with somebody, like, want to be with them, everything. But sometimes I'm nonchalant, like, to where, like, I'll just say something because, like, that's what it is. And they're like, that was rude. I'm like, sorry.
That wasn't rude. That was just how you took it. But oh, no, I understand. I get it. I don't think I'm very like nonchalant. I think what's the opposite of nonchalant? I'm chalant. Like I'm, whatever is the opposite of nonchalant, I'm like honestly that's me. And you know what? I'll say like that's probably one of my red flags is I'm very like I'm emotionally impulsive. I don't know how to just like sit back and relax.
Mm,
Like I don't really I think because I crave
mm,
stability, the idea of it is like if it doesn't exist, I have to constantly question it. So going with the flow for me is always so weird because it's
yeah,
like, I don't want to go with the flow. Like I need you to tell me what I need to fully know at all times what's happening. I don't like being kept out of the loop. I want to know.
yeah.
Give me another one, BB.
That's
Give me
fair.
another red flag of
Ooh, another
Raquel.
red flag for me. Um, Dismissive. Like, if I'm feeling away, if I'm annoyed, if I'm irritated, like, get out of my face, stop talking to me. Um, I will not be talking to you. And so, yeah, like, even with friendships, like, certain stuff is just like, we're not friends anymore. Just like
Are
that.
you quick to cut a cord?
And so, you said what?
I said, "Oh, you quick to cut a cord." Can
Oh
you
my
not hear me,
gosh.
love?
Okay. It's skipping.
Are we
Now I
having
can
tech?
hear you. What'd you say?
I said, so are you quick to cut the cord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I gotta work on that. Sometimes you gotta, like, if you want it to work, you need to, like, show that you want it to work. So,
No, I don't think that's a bad
um,
thing. I think I'm learning how to cut cords.
mm,
I think that as of like
mm,
recently, I was in a lot of situations where I was afraid to step away because I was afraid to walk away from certain people. And it took me realizing not too long ago that I was actually like it was me sitting down having a conversation with one of like with like my cousin who was like I always say talking to him is like looking into a mirror because he always has a way of making me reflect and
mm,
realize things about a situation. And he really made me sit back and realize that in a few of my past situations, I was definitely the problem. You know, I just recently lost a few friends, a few
yeah,
solid friends whom I thought would be in my life for forever. And at first I
mm,
was sitting back thinking, yes, I needed to lose these friends, fuck them, they needed to go. It was their time. I didn't do anything wrong. It was them. It was me reacting off of her. It was me I would sit back and say, yeah, I played my part, but I had my reasons. And it wasn't until like I sat down and had a conversation with my cousin, I was like, no, you kind of sort of like you were the problem. And I don't think I realized how like
yeah.
narcissistic I am. That's like a red flag. Like that's one of my red flags that I never truly noticed.
Self-awareness.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said that's good that you have self-awareness though, because some people don't care.
Oh, well, see, this was the thing. It wasn't that I felt like I didn't care. It was more so I felt like, because I did notice that I know how to gaslight the fuck out of somebody. Baby, I'm a Pisces. We know how to say exactly what it is we want to say, the exact way we want to say it to get the exact reaction and to get the proper outcome that we want from a situation. Especially if a situation is not going a way we want it, we will spiral. Because as Pisces, we exist in such a constant state of delusion that when we, love people, we have high it's true. We're all fucking delusional. Every single last one of us we're all delusional. We are the dreamers of the zodiac. It's 100% true. So for us, it's like, shut the fuck up. Look at you. For us, it's like when we deal with you and we have high expectations of love, it's like we already have a script written out for how we want things to go. And when you go off script, we have a problem with that because we don't do improv, baby. We already have it set up how we want this situation to play out. So you going off script is a problem. I promise you, the minute you go off script, I'm cutting the fucking cameras. Dead ass. Because we need to talk about a couple of things. What are you doing? What do you mean you don't love me?
And there's our red flag, everybody.
There's the red flag. It's the delusion. But see, I realized that I was like, oh, wow. Because you existed in your own state of delusion, you couldn't realize that people were telling you to your face that you were being fucking dramatic and you were being a problem. And in turn, you projected that on other people, and it caused me to lose a lot of like really good friends. It really did. And that's the honest to God truth.
That's the gospel truth.
It is, but you know what? These decisions have already been made, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna bother them, huh?
I said, such is life.
Well, I believe that sometimes growth doesn't require atonement. Sometimes when you've hurt people, the best thing you can do for them is to just leave them alone. Because I know when I was going through shit with certain individuals from my past, I would sit back and think, why couldn't you have just left me the fuck alone?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'd rather just do you the solid of leaving you alone.
And that makes sense.
You do. Sometimes that's the best gift you can give somebody. Give me another red
space.
flag. Hello? A little bit of space. The wig shake. Give me another flag.
Let's do a little shout. Another red flag that I have is something that a lot of people don't want to admit.
Oh. Let me hear it.
I can be a bit flirtatious.
You heard it here first. Rocky's a whore. You heard
No.
it. You heard it here first on My Inner Thoughts, Uncensored.
No, because like I don't know. Sometimes I'll be wondering, like, because I don't put it past me. I'm like I've never ventured into like the poly life. Am I poly or anything like that?
Really?
And it's not solely because like I find multiple people attractive at the same time. It's because like I'm a person that's big on that connection and like that attraction towards people, but also like on a like personality level, like I don't know, sometimes I'll be thinking like just how like am I really a person that is going to be with one specific person for the rest of my life? Or is that gonna like carry out into being like multiple partners?
Do you, if you're
Because
gonna
I
be
don't know.
a
Sometimes
relationship with multiple people, are you gonna like, you're top, right? Like you mainly top.
mainly.
So do you want to be in a relationship with two bottoms, or do you want like a verse so you could take a break? No, what? I would say
I was so dead that was your first question. She was trying to get into the tea.
I
So
thought it was fair. I thought it was a fair question. Like if you get into because I know me personally, the idea of two holes, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do with myself. If I'm in a relationship with two bottoms and they're both like gutter bucket like sluts, oh my God.
just clean the room, clean the whole apartment.
Baby, open every window in the house because we finna fuck it down. We finna rip the countertops off this fucking place. Like, what?
Cushions off the couch, like couch flipped over.
Plastic off the sofa. Like,
fabric off the sofa.
mattress off the bed.
No. I don't know. It has to be like, maybe like 2 verses.
Oh, 2 verses. So everybody fucking everybody.
Yeah. Maybe like a verse, like a full verse, and then a verse bottom.
Do you think the Treaty of Versailles was about them agreeing that we needed more verses in the gay community? Because they sat back and they were like, there's enough tops, there's enough bottoms.
Yes.
So when we were at the Treaty of Versailles, somebody's got to do both. Somebody's got to pledge allegiance to the fags of the United States.
I think you just figured out the Krabby Patty formula.
The Krabby Patty formula. Ravioli, give me the formioli. Oh my God. No, I mean, I'm saying though, if I'm in an open relationship,
did you know the Krabby Patty formula is crab?
It's what? What did you say? It's crab? Is that why
the Krabby Patty formula is crab?
Fuck.
Yep.
That's stingy, bitch.
He was putting his cousins in patties.
That's his mother.
On that flat top. Yeah.
So wait. Why is Pearl a whale?
Because adoption.
Don't tell Angelina Jolie that.
Like,
don't tell Angelina Jolie she can start adopting whales.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell her that.
I might be one of her children. We can cut that out.
Oh, we're gonna get letters from Angelina. we're gonna get letters from Angelina.
We're gonna get letters from her children.
All 75,340.
Brad is gonna be knocking at your door.
I'm gonna have to change my IP address. Oh
yeah.
My God.
Your physical address, your IP address.
Yeah.
Email address.
You're going to jail. You're going to hell. We have to take a break real quick. We'll be right back.
Take that break.
Oh my God.
Settle down and pick your poses. And paint a pretty picture for sanity.
And we're black. And we're actually black. Last time it was a black and a Mexican. And now we have 2 people of color in the house. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to Ant. He was fantastic last episode. Thank you. But okay, so let's keep it going with the red flags, Raquel. Give me
I
another
just
red
passed
flag that you
gas and
have.
it smells like lettuce. I'm sorry. I just have to get that out there.
Why does
'Cause I
this
was
specifically smell like lettuce?
like, I don't
Who?
know.
Like, why is this? Is it iceberg lettuce? Why does it
Probably.
specifically smell like lettuce?
I don't know because I ate like a fourth of a chicken tender, so that doesn't make sense.
Something's not adding up. Is this gay math? What do you mean you ate a fourth of a chicken tender? That's a bite. What?
Dead. And some rice that was fried by a shrimp.
So rice that was. You mean shrimp fried rice?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. Well, I guess that's
And
a
what were
red
we
flag
saying?
right there. If you fart and it smells like lettuce, that's an immediate red flag. You might want to go check your fucking drawers. You probably just shit yourself if you just farted and the first thing you
No.
smell is kale. I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
I
And
definitely didn't
what you
shark
was
because I know what that feels like.
excuse. Tell us about that. Tell us about the time you sharted on yourself. Tell me what happened. What
Hey,
happened?
it was a $5 box from Taco Bell.
Are you being serious?
It probably was. I don't know if it was. But oh my gosh, one time it happened and I literally was wearing white underwear.
I know you bought them bitches up and I swear you dug them into the trenches of the trash can.
Yeah. Like,
So
never purchased white underwear again.
I stopped purchasing white underwear when I was like, I think I was a child when I had white underwear. I stopped wearing tidy whities a long time ago. I remember one time
Now
I
you just wear the
sharted.
Spider-Man ones. Oh.
Yeah, I just wear the spider. They have the Incredible Hulk on them. Those are. I just
Period.
wear speedos everywhere.
I have like four of them.
I don't have any. I just wear boxer briefs. I don't wear jocks. I don't have any speedos. You have a jock? You
Yeah,
wear
I wear
jocks?
boxer briefs. I don't have any jock straps because I don't want my ass exposed like that.
I don't either. I
I might
love
try
I love
one
the
day. I
bottom of
don't
the jock
know.
though. Huh?
I might try one day.
You got we. I feel like we've got pretty good looking bodies. We could pull off jocks.
I have a
We could
thong.
pull off jocks. I so, okay. I remember one time I did like accidentally shit myself, and I was an adult. Oh shit, my thing almost fell. This was so embarrassing. I was sick. I had like a stomach virus. Oh my, I can't believe I'm
Mm,
talking about this. This was
that'll do it.
crazy. I was a grown ass man, by the way. I want to say I was in my 20s. I'm not going to say when this was, but this happened when I was in my 20s, and I had like a really nasty stomach virus. So I got up out of bed. I was going to use the bathroom. And the whole time I was going to the bathroom to pee. I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I don't got to shit. I just got to fart. Like, I'm just finna go to the bathroom to take a piss. And, you know, so as I'm walking to the bathroom, I was like, I'm finna fart. I'm finna like force myself to fart so I can like, my stomach can stop hurting. Bitch. It said, I said,
No.
what? I was first of all, I scuttled to the bathroom You know, like when you
Scuttled.
like shuffle your feet together to get to the bathroom. Thank the Lord no one was home. This is when I had my own apartment, actually. Thank the Lord my roommate was not home. He doesn't know this story because I never told him. Thank the Lord. I like scuttled to the bathroom. And I was really fucking sick. I was like sick. I was sick to the point where it was coming out both ends. So don't judge me here, people, but this is what happened.
I've been there.
Yeah. So I peeled out of my underwear. I immediately
Like an
got
orange.
in the shower. I immediately got in the shower, scrubbed myself from head to toe because I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like,
Your bowels said, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, they said, Merry Christmas. Pretty Christmas.
Oh my gosh. I almost painted this room red.
You almost did what I did to my underwear.
No.
Oh my God. I said I was going to take that shit to my grave, and here I am telling
Literally.
I just sat here and did an episode saying we need to bring back shame and how we need to stop telling our business. And here I am telling the world how, as a 20-year-old man, like in my 20s, I shat myself.
Hey,
and
there are a lot of
William
sharters
Shatner
watching this.
What'd you say?
There are a lot of sharters watching this. Don't act like you guys have never sharted.
Don't act like you ain't never sharted on yourself before. Don't act like you ain't never had a glass of Chardonnay and just sat like. Don't act like you didn't have it.
No. Chardonnay. What? What? That is wild.
Oh my! Listen, it happens to the best of us. But
Shardy B.
like, you know, like a red flag of mine. I wait a really long time to pass gas in front of my partners. I'm one of those.
Oh, I do that too. I never do actually.
Like, you know what's weird? If I go over, like, say, like, I have a sneaky link and I go over their house. If I, like, first of all, I'm going to shit before I get in the shower to go over there. Because I make the attempt to be very clean. Like, I'm putting Dove dry spray on my balls, hole, and ass crack every day before I leave the house to go to work. So, like, it's like a full routine.
We love Dove dry spray.
You said what?
Yes.
I love
Dove dry spray. I
love her.
Yes.
So, like, before I get in the shower, I sit on the toilet, and I'm not even bottoming, like, cause I'm doing the bending, like, I'm doing the work, but like, I'm still like, I'm finna take a shit, and then I'm finna get in the shower, then I'm putting the dry spray on, and then I'm going to the sneaky link, or you're gonna come over, or whatever, what have you. And like, if I am gonna take a shit at your house, I'm gonna tell you I gotta pee. I'm gonna take the quickest shit possible, and I'm gonna run the water.
Just a little.
Just like something to just. It's like, damn, he's washing his hands for a really long time.
Yeah, like that's a good amount of time for them to think that.
Like, you wouldn't do the same thing?
I mean, if I really needed to, then it's just gotta happen.
I'd be self-conscious taking a shit at work, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I've done that before.
I used to blow Ollie's.
Luckily, my job has multiple bathrooms, so it's just like I'll go hide.
When I worked at Ollie's, I used to blow their bathroom down. I used to paint the town red. Like, every time I was in the Ollie's bathroom. Because I used to eat the most obscure
what's Ollie's?
Shit. You said what?
What's Ollie's?
They don't have Ollie's in Texas? They do. It's like a bargain hunting store.
I'll see.
you can like go in there and like they literally have like a little bit of everything. It's like the island of misfit toys. Like you
Ooh,
go in there and they've got like literally everything in there. They probably got like prostitutes that you can purchase in Ollie's from like the overstock on
me.
this and that. Oh yeah, Rocky, you did used to be a toss it turning salad hooker.
Yeah, but I've given my life over to Christ, and then He gave it back because He didn't want it.
Yeah, he realized you were the problem. He said, "Oh, baby, you want to make an EP about being the antagonist? Oh, I got you, baby. I'm gonna show you what a problem really fucking is." But you know what? You being a Capricorn, y'all are the problem.
Oh, we do have an Ollie's. We are the
Oh,
problem,
y'all do.
but we have two.
We're back to you being a Cap. Y'all are
I'm
the
gonna have to
issue,
visit
if you ask
them.
me. And
A
that's
lot
not
of
me
times we
shading the
are.
Caps,
We just be chilling.
girl. Being a Capricorn is a fucking red flag. Like I'm just gonna pay you, Des, because you know
Some
good and goddamn well.
no, us Capricorn men, we be getting dragged, and I'll be like, wow, valid.
I mean, okay, I'm friends with a lot of Capricorn women. Love Capricorn women. My mom is a Capricorn, and I'm also friends with a lot of. Well, I'm not. I've had the pleasure of dealing with a lot of male Capricorns in passing,
Mm-hmm.
as well as like dating. So it's like I have too much experience with y'all to understand that y'all are so much of a fucking issue. Something
Somewhat,
is
slightly.
severely wrong with y'all. It's like you said, dismissive, emotionally unstable creatures. But you know what? As much as I
We're a
hate
good
y'all, I
time.
love it. You said what?
I said we're a good time.
Y'all are, because as much as I hate y'all, I do love y'all. Y'all have a way of pushing people to be ambitious that no other sign does. I think because y'all are so driven, y'all have a way
Yeah,
of like, y'all always push people to be their best. And I think sometimes that's
that's true.
why y'all are so quick to leave because it's like, well, not all of y'all, but you per se.
But
I think that's why y'all are so quick to leave because y'all have such high standards for people that when people don't meet those standards, it's like, okay, why? Like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I wasting my time? Which is fair.
yeah, that instantly made me think of somebody recently who was trying to, um,
Knock the
you
boots with
know,
you.
not even that because he don't live here, but um, he lives in LA actually, and he was trying to like
Oh,
he slid into the DMs. He was trying to like get to know blah blah, but he was coming at me like he did not come correct. So it was like so it was deuces, and that's annoying because it's like he was attractive, like he had something going for himself, and he had me fucked up when we were on the phone, and I was like, okay, I'm about to hang up. Like, well, I didn't say I'm about to hang up, but I said something, and he assumed that I was about to hang up. And so he like got his little words in and then hung up in my face. I was like,
oh, immediate block.
and like I was even like, this how you know it had a little potential because I called him back and I was like, I'm like, you don't get the last word and hang up in my face. Didn't answer the phone. And then the next day, he seen that I had called him back because I seen it. It was an Instagram call. And it was on scene, and I was like, okay.
I love that we're having
So
marital discords over the Instagram chat.
yes, and so he had seen that I had come back, didn't say nothing, didn't call back. Next day, whole another day, he messaged me like, I'm not gonna say what he said because I already said enough stuff, and if he sees this, he's gonna know it's him. But I don't give a fuck. Um, but yeah, messaged me, and I'm like, I didn't respond. I didn't even open it. I'm like, why are you messaging me? You just disrespected me. So it's clipped. Like, I have nothing to say. Like, you just showed me who you are. So
I think that's where I'm starting to get with people. I think I'm at a point where now that I'm seeing people, I feel like once I see you for who you are as an individual, you have nothing left to say to me. We have nothing left to
yeah,
discuss. This was fine. This was fun. It is what it is. Because I'm the kind of person where I will give you chance after chance. Like, unfortunately, I'm not a
yeah,
Capricorn. I have a very hard time cutting people off. I will hold on to you until you drain me for everything intended. And then it's not until I fully feel like I have exhausted everything on the situation that I'm
hmm
going to up and leave. So I'm now at a stage in life where if it's time for you to go, you will go. I'm not holding on to
yeah,
you. I will not be held on to. I'm simply going to
hmm
give you the space you desire, and I'm going to take the space that I'm craving, and we're just going to move forward. And I
yeah.
think my biggest issue with dating right now, because this is what I've honestly come to find, people are attractive, but they be so fucking boring. It's
That
like,
too. Like, literally, all that's to them is they're attractive. Like,
if that's all you are is a
you need
pretty
to have
face,
substance.
what are we doing? I don't want to just fuck a pretty
Who has
face.
time? Who has the time?
Like,
We're
I
getting
don't.
older. Time is ticking.
I'm going to be
The world is
26 next
ending.
week, Rocky.
So, yeah,
Like, I'm about to be 26
like,
next week. Like, I'm damn near about to be headbutting 30.
yeah, and that's close enough to 50. So,
And on that
I'm
note,
sorry, I
thank you
always
for
round up
coming
ages.
on my. Is that what Wendy? Hey, that's what Wendy Williams
Not thank you for
said.
coming on my show. Yes, thank you for coming on my
Don't
show.
you? Don't come for me. No, but like it's crazy how like dating nowadays is so
No,
boring. And I personally feel like this is me. I feel like if the only form of stimulation you have to offer me is physical, I'm not interested because a nut is anywhere.
yes,
People be like, "Oh, what's keeping girl?
exactly.
This good, this
Easy.
good sex is keeping him. This good baby. I can nut from you the same way I
How?
can from my right hand.
Right, exactly.
Like
Like,
literally, there's no different, baby.
I need to be like, I need to want you around because the personality, all of that stuff. Like,
If I'm not Snow Allegra and I don't want you
chill, but
around,
exactly.
what are we doing? I get you.
But
I'm
like the
sorry.
city girl said, fuck that N word. I don't think I can say that from here.
What? He can bleep it. We
Oh,
can cuss.
yeah, like the city girl said,
We
fuck.
can bleep these things.
Like,
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. No, I want the cameras to pick it up. Yeah.
like the city girl said,
Oh,
fuck that.
terrible human being. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think this has been a great episode. We're gonna wrap up. Any closing thoughts, Rocky?
Um,
jiggling your I got you. Here.
My closing thoughts are stream The Antagonist by Rocky Kingsley. And don't settle for less. Know your worth. And do not dumb yourself down for these men because they know what they're doing. They know how to manipulate. They know how to say the right things. They know how to say just enough, but not enough at the same time. So keep your standards high, keep the bar high. And yeah, that's all I have. What do you have?
When life gives you lemons, squeeze that shit right in that eyes. And on that note, we're gonna tune out. Thank you guys.